So, Eric,
What?
you are a lawyer, allegedly. I've never seen your papers, but you're a lawyer, supposedly.
Yeah, that's what I tell people.
So I know in the USA here, there's a lot of issues with right to repair laws. Am I going to get extradited to Japan by a team of mercenaries hired by Nintendo if I take it upon myself to open my Joy-Cons and fix the drift myself?
Okay, here's the thing that annoys me about your questions, because I thought it was a genuine question, but you said something extremely stupid just now. You think that Nintendo is going to send mercenaries to your house to bring you to Japan just for that sole reason?
Yeah.
Why would they do that? Why would they do it? They would send ninjas, my guy. They're not sending mercenaries. This is Nintendo we're talking about. But other than that, yes, everything that you just said is correct.
Ninjas are supposed to be samurai, and samurai are mercenaries.
Boom, roasted.
I'm trying to be specific.
Talking about Joy-Con drift, back in the day, you couldn't even fix it without just completely changing it out for a different part. But, however... Oh, God, wait, somebody's fucking arguing? The fuck?
Just knock on the wall, tell them to stop.
I think they're arguing in the background about the difference between mercenaries and ninjas.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. It's a noisy neighborhood here. Especially, well, people before I start the podcast, they're completely calm. Okay, but...
Oh, wait, is that Steven? Is that Steven back there arguing? Oh, he's in the closet. He's trying to break his way out.
Bruh, he's camping.
I am not letting him in the studio after last week. He's begging to come back. And I'm just, no, you said what you had to say, what you wanted to say. So please, the Nintendo Switch, everybody knows about the drift. Everybody knows about the issues with the Joy-Con. There are many, many different ways of fixing it. Some people advise you to just send it to Nintendo, and you won't be able to use your Switch for like a week or two, and you might not get the exact same Joy-Cons that you sent them. So if you have like some kind of exclusive Animal Crossing Joy-Cons, you might just get some ordinary gray ones from Nintendo, which is great. But some people advise you to do it yourself. Some people advise you to just buy the part from AliExpress and then just switch it around. Nice pun. And when that one starts drifting, you do the exact same thing. However, people have been doing research, especially this guy whose name is VK, and he has a YouTube channel called VK's Channel. He posted a video which is blowing up. It has over 400,000 hits on the interwebs. Very, very popular video where basically he details how to fix this drifting issue permanently. Yes, that's right. Not a temporary fix. It's not blowing compressed air into the thing. It's not like taking apart and cleaning the graphite pads with isopropyl alcohol. No, it's a lot easier. Now, this is a spoiler. If you want some intrigue, please watch the video. It's a great video, even though it has a little bit of a cringy Sonic 06 type of intro. The fix to this $1 million Supreme Court case is, get this, drum roll, please. Where's the drum roll? A piece of cardboard.
What?
You put it under the Joy-Con and it fixes it. Not like under the Joy-Con. You have to disassemble it and put it right under the Joy-Con itself. So, yeah. And that creates pressure, and that allows the graphite pads and the other thing, the anode or the cathode, basically to connect better. And yeah, it fixes the issue permanently. He shows this on video. He takes one of his drifting Joy-Cons, does this cardboard trick, and it fixes it permanently. And he's trying to get it to drift, and it's not drifting. And people in the comments are pretty much thanking him. Like, yeah, this worked for me. Basically, if you have drifting issues, check out this video and just try this fix. All you need is a 1 millimeter thick piece of cardboard, which is, yeah, Jordan, I know you had like bad experiences with the drift. How are you reacting to this potential permanent fix?
I mean, it's going to be nice. So when I got my Switch, I got a spare set of Joy-Cons as well as the set that came with the Switch. And as a result, they both started drifting at the same time. So I just couldn't play Switch at all while I had to send them into Nintendo. So if the replacements that I got, that I think are still mine, actually, they had some like wear marks on them that were still there when I got them back. So I think I was one of the lucky ones. But if they start drifting again, I'm definitely going to try this out because it's easier than getting to the post office and sending off Joy-Cons and then not having my Switch for anywhere from 1 to 4 weeks or whatever the turnaround time is. And I wish I would have known about this then, honestly.
Yeah, this kind of fix, it seems to me like so simple. Like, why wouldn't anybody try this before? Like, it's insane to me that this was just found recently. Because it reminds me, I don't know if you guys ever had this issue, but I have. In the Nintendo DSi, there was this issue where the system would just randomly turn off and nobody could figure it out. And then it clicked that the battery wasn't held like well to the connectors, to the pin connectors on the top, which are spring loaded. And the spring wears off after time. So what people came up with was a paper trick, which is what I used. That's what it's called. You put a piece of paper right under the battery and it keeps it in place. So it kind of reminds me of this, something like ingenious. People are saying perhaps this is what Nintendo Labo was made for. I don't know. I got a chuckle from that.
Well, you didn't get a chuckle from us.
Boom. Guys, I've got something that's going on in my basement downstairs that I'm not quite sure what it is, so I do have to step away to take a look at that. I'll just keep my recording going, and I'll be back.
Oh
That's great.
God.
Me and Eric, we're certified Switch owners. We're gonna discuss this.
Oh shoot! So now they know about friggin' Steven knocking on the door trying to get in. Now they know about Krista in the basement.
Dude,
oh my
shut
God!
up. You cannot know about this.
You cut this part. Cut this part. Okay, the part where okay. Don't. Sorry. So we'll shoot. Yeah, definitely cut that part and don't forget to leave it in. Or to leave it. Okay,
Here's
go
the
ahead.
thing. Here's what legitimately I'd like to ask you. I know there's a Supreme Court case. What's it called when when a lot of people are suing a company? What class action lawsuit?
Class action.
So there's a class action lawsuit going against Nintendo for this thing. But now that there is a fix and it's like this easy, do you think that's gonna like change the minds of the judges at all, or is this like completely irrelevant to that case?
I don't know. I think that in a way, it might be irrelevant because they're not really supposed to take into consideration fixes that they come up with afterwards. I don't know. I'll just be right up and say that it's a civil
Ladies
issue.
and
I don't know. Is this a Supreme Court of the United States that's doing this?
Yeah, this is a class action lawsuit.
Yeah, I know that, but like, is it the big
I don't
boy
know.
Supreme Court?
I don't know. I thought you were the
or
law
is it a
expert.
Supreme Court of just some random state? I don't think that it's a U.S. Supreme Court case. It can't be. It's not constitutional in nature. What are you
Wait,
talking about?
Nintendo's not constitutional? I knew it.
Nintendo is unconstitutional. That's
I
exactly
knew
what I
it.
was
It
saying.
makes sense. It all clicks and drifts. Well, now it doesn't drift.
I got to be honest. I totally forgot about that lawsuit. So like, no idea.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's going to change anything.
They're suing because there was Joy-Con drift and
Yeah.
now there's less.
Well, now you can fix it without sending it to Nintendo.
Well, everybody just shove some cardboard in your thing and stop trying to. Poor Nintendo gonna have to give out all that money and everybody's gonna get like restitution in the amount of like $2.59 after the lawyers get everything else.
Yeah, but this like kind of issue, this wouldn't fly by with a car, for example. Like imagine like the gas doesn't work if you push it too far, like the pedal too far. Yeah.
Fun fact, didn't they had an issue with one of their car models where it just like exploded, but they never fixed it because it was cheaper to just pay off the lawsuit than to actually fix the cars.
Yeah. I don't think we can actually say car brands because we might like make a mistake and then that brand will legitimately try to sue us for defamation.
That's true. In case it wasn't, I don't want to the Tempcast. We got a lot of pull. We could probably put them out of business.
We definitely can. And there was another one. I remember listening to a podcast about it where it was like this digital type of car where the brakes were all digital and there was a bit flip in one of the memory modules and the brakes just didn't work. And like an old couple died because of it. Because just like
that's so funny that you're laughing about
it's not funny, it's fucked up. And I can't remember the brand name. I think it was Oh, I can't even say who I think it was. But it was also Japanese. Well, can I say that? I don't know if we should move on to the next topic without Jordan. That would be not cool, I think.
Well, he just happened to leave during the end of a topic that he had the most experience with, and now we don't want to.
He might have experience in the next couple of topics, like all of our topics. Like he knows about Netflix, he knows about Steam, and he knows about Nickelodeon. There, I just spoiled you the entire podcast.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to ask 2 questions of you prior to moving on to any of those other things. Do you remember how expensive the Aya Neo was?
The Aya Neo?
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
The handheld gaming PC. I think it was like $700. Hold on, I gotta turn my AC off. Yeah, about $700. That's something to remember. Oh, there he is. Wait, is that him?
Didn't we have a review for that? Yo, what's up? What's up?
My carbon monoxide detector downstairs was just consistently going.
That's bad.
So, yeah, but I took the batteries out, tested it, and put it back in its place, and it's good now. So I think it was just a really annoying replace the batteries
–
because we don't want you to not know about carbon monoxide.
That's actually a good thing.
Great. So Chris is in the basement and the carbon monoxide detector was going off. So your solution was take the batteries out.
No.
Okay.
No. So I took it upstairs, got it to fresh weather, wasn't doing anything. So I took old batteries out because we haven't changed the batteries since we moved in 2 years ago. Put the new batteries in and tested it to make sure it's still working, put it back in its place. It's not going off anymore. So I think it's just this model's very annoying way of making sure you always have good batteries in your carbon monoxide detector.
But is Krista still in the basement?
Is Krista's? Yeah.
I told him not to talk about that.
Okay, we'll cut this. We'll cut this part. Don't worry.
Wait, do you have like a car in your basement? Because then...
No. Gas.
Carbon monoxide gas, it's created when you're burning wood and in motor engines. It's not like created like anywhere else. So don't worry.
Look, I never claimed to be an expert on home ownership. I just happen to own a house. That's all.
You know what also is created when you're burning wood? Steam.
Oh!
Nice. Speaking about Steam, Gabe Newell watched the Switch OLED trailer and read the specs, and he was like, fuck this, and basically made his own Switch Pro, which is called the Steam Deck. This is probably the most popular handheld release I've seen. Well, not release, but announcement I've seen in the past 5 years, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like this, finally, we're getting like a mobile PC, a handheld PC that's not from like a Chinese company that we've never heard of. Like, no offense to GPD and what are the others, the Aya Neo, and stuff like that. Those guys are great, but like this is Valve, right?
Yeah.
This is like a real company. It's a private company, but it's still like a real multi-billion-dollar company. And the fact that they see there's place for them in this market, that's really good news. That's really nice to see. Jordan, have you read the specs on the Steam Deck? What do you think about it?
Yeah, I don't have them memorized off the top of my head, but when I read them initially, I was definitely impressed. It's beats the hell out of the Switch, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I was impressed by what you get for the price as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking at the prices of the well, let's start with the Aya Neo. That thing costs $700 for the starting model, the 500 gigabyte one, whereas the GPD Win 3 is like $1,000. So this thing starts at 400 and goes up to 650. But yeah, looking at the specs, man, I mean, it's better than my laptop, I'll tell you that.
Wow.
Which is significantly more expensive. Comes with a solid state drive.
With the price point where it's at, I got to imagine this was priced to be a Switch killer.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, like, And I don't see any issues that I would have with it. I mean, it's like, of course, the people on PC Master Race are talking about how it's not going to,
it's not going to what?
Play every game at the highest settings. And it's like, well, yeah, it's also a handheld and
Right.
I mean, the battery life is going to be bad. It's like 2 to 8 hours, but
who cares? Most people did play like handheld consoles, like connected to a charger, like to their PC or to their wall socket. That's what most. Let's be honest. Like, we're not those people from the Switch commercials that go to parties with their Switches on rooftops.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Let's be real. We sit on our couch, we get the connector, and we play Zelda.
Well, let me complain a little more. It only has 16 gigs of RAM. It doesn't even have 32. It is an LCD screen. It's not even OLED. And oh my God,
The Switch has an OLED screen.
That resolution only 800 or 1280 by 800.
Oh yeah,
really? You couldn't make it 4K.
Yeah, that's honestly that part is a little bit disappointing. Because Valve, you can get like 1080p OLED panel. You can do it.
But honestly, with the price point, I mean, the point is, it's not. I don't think anybody's expecting it to run everything at the highest settings. But for what it is, it's a pretty beefy machine for the price point, especially when you get the handheld aspect inside of it. I mean, like. Here's another thing that I'm excited about. I'm looking at the connectivity, the Wi-Fi. Why do I care about the Wi-Fi adapter? That's right. I'm going to use this thing for PS Remote Play. And people are going to use it for Game Pass. And you know what I mean? It's like these streaming services, I mean, where it doesn't care about the hardware. I mean, what's the easiest way to play, PlayStation 5 games on the go right now? You'd have to use a laptop essentially, because the Vita no longer, does it for PS5. And even so, it has less buttons, whereas this thing looks like, it
you
has
can
enough.
definitely use that for remote play. Yeah, definitely.
You certainly can. And that's what I'm genuinely considering getting this. At least the $400 model, because it's got a lot of, it's essentially an entry-level PC on the go. You know what I mean?
And you can use it as a PC. You can literally.
I was just going to say, you can dock it to a monitor.
Yeah.
This is the Switch Pro. This is what we wanted, and now it's made by Valve. So I primarily game on PC now. I switched from Xbox to PC, but I also have a Switch, and my litmus test for do I buy this game on Switch or on PC is usually, do I want to take the game with me if I'm going on a plane or going on a long road trip where I won't have to drive the entire time? Am I going to want to play this when I'm not at home? If I can get a Steam Deck, that Switch is probably never going to get touched again, unless I'm playing like Mario Party with my wife or something. Because it will kill the Switch for me, honestly, if I'm able to get my hands on one.
So something funny I saw on Twitter is like these image comparisons where you have like the Switch OLED on the left and this Steam Deck on the right, and like the caption being, only one of these systems can play Mother 3. Only one of these systems can play Twilight Princess. Only one of these systems can play like Animal Crossing 64 or whatever. So yeah, that's actually legitimately very funny.
It's a better Nintendo system than Nintendo's system.
Yeah.
It might even be better than the PlayStation Vita.
It probably is.
If you think that, you should give Alan John yours.
I can't. It's been hacked.
Oh yeah,
unhacked.
You can't sell.
You can't sell it. You can gift it to your friend though.
Oh, okay. I'll gift it to a friend, but I'm not gifting it to Alan John.
Wow, rude.
It's all right. I'm used to this.
But honestly, this looks really cool. Imagine if Imagine me. All right, so I think that part of the reason why this is so cheap is because it doesn't come with like a Windows license, but you're able to install Windows on this, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so you could use it as a full-blown PC. Could you imagine if because right now I have like a Surface tablet that I bring to court with me. to do all my work. Could you imagine if I come to court and I'm like, yeah, I got my my Steam Deck, you know?
Your client is going to be terrified for his fate. He's going to jail. He's getting the death sentence.
Yeah, he's getting the death sentence on a driving on suspended charge. Yeah, or it's like, oh man, you were speeding a little too fast, but you know what? I got a cool gaming. And the thing is, after like being at court for 2 hours, it dies. I'm like, sorry guys, there's nothing I can do. And I don't even have like, it doesn't come with like a keyboard or anything, so I'm just using the joysticks the whole time.
No, but you could bring a monitor and a keyboard to the courtroom, so you've essentially just got a full-blown PC in the courtroom.
Yeah. I mean, that's sort of what my Surface does already, but yeah, it's like, could you imagine sitting in like one of these newer cars and they're like, all right, it's time to go, and they're just like driving the car with like a PlayStation controller? It's like, oh,
that would be terrible. No, don't do that.
Yeah. So I like this more than the GPD Win 3, just aesthetically. I know that one has like a janky ass keyboard. I don't think that a keyboard's necessary for this thing, because clearly it's meant for games, but you know, it's got that Bluetooth connectivity. So you could use this as a remote PC, and like you said, you could dock it and use it like that. So honestly, I'm really liking this. I wonder how hot it gets.
Like, the thing I like is the controls, because they did not skimp out on the controls at all. You have everything. You have 2 touchpads. Supposedly, I think they have haptic feedback, just like the Steam controller, if anybody remembers that. And those were pretty cool. And it also has like these triggers on the back, but not like your standard triggers, but 2 more additional triggers on the back, which is actually really, really comfortable. I think. What was it? There was an add-on to the DualShock 4 that added these. They were pretty cool. So additional controls is always a good thing. And also, it already has that built-in gyro that you could use in FPS games. Guys, let me tell you, if you have Counter-Strike, Global Offensive, and if you have a DualShock 4 controller, you can test this out. You can just connect it to your PC, open up Counter-Strike. It automatically downloads the best configuration available, and you can control like the character view using the gyroscope of the DualShock.
Wow.
And it sounds like janky, but once your brain gets used to it, it's really close to playing like with a mouse and keyboard. That's the only way you can experience like a first-person shooter with a controller. I'm sorry. It's only either that or mouse and keyboard.
Oh, I'm not going to argue.
And so this has this built in. Yeah.
Or there's the other option. It's Call of Duty World at War for the Nintendo Wii.
Oh yeah, that's actually pretty cool. And I saw videos of Portal 2 on this. That looks pretty cool with the gyro just moving. Yeah, that's sick. And also something that I'm worried about. I hope Valve makes more than 10 of these.
Yeah.
Knowing Valve, they only they only make one batch and then forget about it. And that's kind of sad. Because my friend actually legitimately tried to pre-order this, and he couldn't because it's not available in Ukraine. So Gabe Newell, I know you're listening to this podcast. I've seen the stats. I know somebody in New Zealand listens to these, so it's probably you. Please make this available worldwide as fast as possible. Thank you.
I'm going to try to reserve it right after this. It probably won't work.
You probably will not be able to.
Oh, well, I'll get it one of these days. But yeah, man, just the fact that it's like, it works as an emulation machine. So right off the bat, you got more games than you'll ever be able to play in your entire life. It works as the remote play. It works for Game Pass. So you got all of that shit going for you. And then on top of that, it'll have all of the Steam stuff. And because you can install Windows, you get to play classics like Toontown Online and others. Man, it's just, I think it's going to be pretty cool. And I feel like I hope this episode ages well and it's not a disaster and everybody hates it and it's not as good as we think.
You hope that that Valve doesn't just abandon this like they did the Steam machine.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I'm basing this all on the hype that it's giving us. But perhaps it's too good to be true.
Well, this is actually a Steam machine because it's running a new version of Steam OS. And what the hell was even... Like, I remember they were doing ARGs and trying to reveal this thing. And basically the reveal was, guys, you guys should definitely make something like this. It's just telling other manufacturers to produce something and just offering like a skin for Linux, and that's it. There was no Proton, there was no like anything else. It was just literally a skin for Ubuntu, and telling manufacturers go make this, and that it failed miserably. Gee, I wonder why.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So another thing I'm really mad at Valve is the portal guns. Remember that? They manufactured real life portal guns and made like only 100 of them.
I remember that. I wanted one of those. I thought that was cool.
I still want one, and just don't open eBay, Jordan. Just don't. It's tempting.
I don't plan to. I have better things I can spend my money on.
I just thought of something else that's really cool about the Steam Deck. On top of streaming all that stuff, you could just stream, movies from, say, Netflix, or you could stream video games from, say, Netflix. What? Did you hear about this? This is going to happen within the next year. You're going to be able to play video games from Netflix.
This is insane.
And they don't currently plan to charge any extra for the content. What are these games? Probably garbage.
Another day where Bloomberg saves us from our incompetence because we did not prepare for this absolutely at all. Netflix just hired a former Electronics Inc., Electronic Arts, EA Games, basically. Why did it have to write Electronic? Okay, and somebody from Oculus. So it's Mike Verdu. He's from, I don't know. Oh, he's from Oculus, Mike Verdu. And the other guy is from EA. I don't care what his name is. Basically, these two companies. Why would Netflix, out of all the talent in the gaming industry, let's get one guy from EA Games and the other from Facebook. I don't know. The fact that they're getting somebody from Oculus, I don't know if this might mean that they're looking into VR perhaps, or AR, whatever, but I don't know. The more competition, the better. Like Google Stadia is just dominating the streaming world, along with Amazon Luna. Hey, remember that? Yeah.
No.
Exactly. And nobody uses Stadia, so yeah, come on, sure, whatever, I don't care. Well, Netflix might actually work in my country. That's going to be cool to see.
Well, here's the thing. Even if it doesn't work in your country, there's an easy way around that. All you got to do is install VPN on your thing, and then you get to pretend that you're from different countries. And I can't watch
no, he's doing an ad again.
Good movies and TV shows like The Office in America. So I just go to VPN and I'm going to
censor that because they aren't paying us.
The shows such as The Office from the United Kingdom.
Can we do what?
If you use my code Eric, you get 20% off your first
yeah, your code Eric. This is your podcast, obviously.
VPN. Thank you for sponsoring this bell icon, and smash it and like and sub.
Can we literally do that? Can we just advertise for a company and then send them a bill? Eric, you're the legal expert. Like, can we do like a Blue Chew segment and then send them like a bill?
It can't hurt.
I think we can do it. We just have no grounds to try and force payment out of them.
Let's just we could cover all of our bases. Remember what I just said about VPN? Yeah. If they don't pay us, fuck them. ExpressVPN, same thing.
Eric, I'm looking for a new mobile game to play. Do you have any suggestions?
Yeah, Raid Shadow Legends is fun.
All right,
and so is
right.
Kings, and also on top of that, you should play.
Just like on Netflix, we're skipping this segment. Heyo, is that what they do on? Is that what they do on Netflix? I don't know.
Yeah, you can skip the intro to like if you're watching The Office, you don't have to listen to that song for the 20th goddamn time in a row. Except that's not the case anymore because The Office left Netflix. So,
The Office left Netflix in your country, but maybe in another country. Use Express Node. Remember, listen to it through.
Why did we want him here? Why did we beg him to join us?
He literally didn't want to be here. Even come on, he's doing this on purpose.
High quality earbuds while listening to it.
They're shit.
Can get from,
You're terrible. Please. Wait. Let's get back to Netflix. Let's get back to Netflix. What kind of do they have like cartoons? Because I grew up with like SpongeBob SquarePants and Avatar: The Last Airbender and Chip and Dale. And
the thing is, all of that stuff is on Paramount Plus, but also
where can I find those characters?
You can find those characters beating the absolute bejeebus out of each other
in Smash Bros.
No, so close. In Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl, which is an even better version of Smash Bros, where you get to play as up to 2 of the 4 Ninja Turtles.
Wow.
What about if I want to play as someone more smashing? Can I play anyone
yes
who smashes?
As a matter of fact, you can play as a smashing character. Nigel Thornberry himself is available to kick Michelangelo's ass.
What about like Carl Weezer? Can I beat the shit out of anyone with a croissant?
Is Carl Weezer a character in
I have no idea.
That would be so awesome.
Watched the trailer and it was just overload of characters, half of which I didn't recognize. So it's like I have no idea who's actually in this game.
There were a couple that I didn't recognize. I mean,
there was a lot. I'll be honest. I think there was more I didn't recognize than more that I did.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through it. So like, they got Michelangelo. They got who is that? That's not Flapjack. He looks like him. I don't know who these people are. Who's Lucy?
Nope, that's one of the ones I don't know.
Wait, he's from One Piece. How do you not know him? His arms stretch.
Okay, you want to know a joke? Is that later on in that series, they actually do start calling Luffy Lucy because that was his pseudonym for a tournament. So
nobody cares, Eric. I want to play as Powdered Toast Man.
or you could play as you could be like super cringe and play as like Zim from Invader Zim. Relive your Hot Topic life.
Did you guys know that you can finally settle the age-old argument of who would win in a fight, Reptar from Rugrats or Helga from Hey Arnold?
Yeah. All right. So that was my question. Who are you guys? All right. For those who don't know, have you heard of Smash Brothers? Okay. Now replace them with Nickelodeon characters. Boom. And put it on every system. So you get to finally have the definitive Smash Bros. Experience on your PlayStation and or Microsoft and or Steam Deck consoles. And who are you guys going to main?
Well, first of all, Patrick Star. I've always been a Patrick type of guy, so
that's good. What about you?
I'm scrolling through the trailer right now because there's a character who I couldn't remember their name, and I just found it. Obelina from Ah Real Monsters, because I grew up watching Ah Real Monsters.
Is that even a real thing? That first time I've ever heard Aerial Monsters.
She's like a noodle with Beetlejuice colors, and she's got an oversized mouth and 2 eyes that come out of her mouth for some reason, and it's awesome.
I was considering Oblina, but I have to go with my boy Reptar, mostly because in Smash I main Bowser because I like to mess with people, and he's a very cheeky character, and I imagine Reptar would be as well.
What cheeky strats do you employ with Bowser, Eric?
I grab people and throw them off the ledge.
Interesting. Do you dive bomb with them?
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't, because in Smash Bros. Ultimate, they fixed that where now you'll just kill yourself and the person has a chance to recover afterwards. Eric's not up to date on the Smash Bros. Meta. His opinion doesn't matter.
Hey, you maroon. It doesn't matter because if I'm at like 90% damage and I know I'm gonna die soon, I know that I'll die first. But if you have more stocks, I'm going to use that. I'm about to die anyway. worth it, and people aren't always able to recover from it.
Eric is such a scrub at Smash Brothers. I bet he still uses deodorant.
I do
Yikes.
use deodorant.
All right, go ahead.
So here's what I'm wondering. Eric, you're also our resident Dragon Ball expert, correct?
You ask me any Dragon Ball question.
I'm about to. If I remember correctly, wasn't there a period of time where Dragon Ball Z Kai aired on Nickelodeon?
Oh my God! Wait, Dragon Ball Kai on Nickelodeon?
It's happening.
I thought that was Cartoon Network.
I thought I remembered at some point Dragon Ball Z Kai airing on Nickelodeon, which would mean that Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl could give the people what they want. They could give us what Sakurai is too much of a coward to do and put Goku in their game.
Oh my God. Goku for Nickelodeon All-Stars. Though I'm pretty sure that was Cartoon Network.
So here's the thing. This is coming from a developer called Ludosity. Anyways, they developed a game previously, which was also a brawler. It was called Slap City. And that's how they basically got hired. They made this pitch and Nickelodeon accepted it. We still don't know if the characters are being voiced at all. So we don't even know if they're gonna like get the original voice actors, because that seems like way too expensive, especially for this like basically an experiment. Like they don't know if this is gonna work. But I'm reading this article where the devs discuss that basically, they want this game to be like not shovelware, but like a legitimate competitive experience. And they're integrating a lot of stuff from games such as Smash Brothers Melee, which means, and this is a direct quote from them, they say that if you used to like playing Melee, you'll feel just at home playing this. So wow, they're throwing a lot of shade on Smash Brothers Ultimate with this.
They really are.
Yeah. And it's also, fun fact, this, at least in 1v1 matches, this is going to have rollback. For those of you who don't know, rollback is basically the biggest thing in online fighting games, competitive ones. It's basically this new type of netcode that allows you to, it fixes a lot of issues people had with latency and stuff like that, which is great, but obviously not a single Nintendo game has that. Because, I don't think a single Japanese developed fighting game has that. It's all Western stuff. So the fact that this has like proper netcode, that's, wow, this automatically a little bit better than Smash Brothers, I think.
I think so too. I think that they're going to be able to also add DLC and just will be just in as much anticipation of what characters are that they're going to put in. What if sort of like in Smash Bros, after a while they start adding non-Nintendo characters? What if these people just start adding freaking Cartoon Network characters or Disney Channel? Maybe we get to play as Raven Simone from That's So Raven.
Yes,
that would be interesting.
Or Corey from Corey in the House.
Oh no, he's in jail.
He's the man.
Wait, what?
Maybe, guys, do you think they'll add Drake Bell as DLC?
That would be awesome. And then
he and Corey can be part of the same DLC pack, the Jailhouse pack.
Wait, is Corey in jail? What?
Yeah, I think he was also doing something he wasn't supposed to do with minors.
Oh my God.
What? Are you sure about that?
Positive.
Oh my God, that's...
I don't want to get sued for defamation, so I'm going to Google this right now.
I'm Googling it too. Kyle Macy. Kyle Macy, arrest warrant issued. Former Disney star did something.
Oh, Let's Kyle see. Macy, why would you do this?
I can't believe it.
A Washington state judge issued a 100. This is from Deadline, by the way. A Washington state judge issued a $100,000 warrant for the arrest of Kyle Macy after the former Disney Channel star failed for a second time to appear for his arraignment. The actor was charged with one count of immoral communication with a minor in June. He stands accused of sending pornographic materials to a 13-year-old girl.
So no Corey in the house.
He and Drake can be part of the same DLC pack.
Oh, it's going to be a 3-pack. They're going to get Dan Schneider as the big boss.
Oh, Dan Schneider's going to be the master hand, except it's going to be the master foot.
Darn it, I was going to make a joke, but you guys sort of just blew it out of the water.
Master foot.
And then the left-footed counterpart is the crazy foot.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah, so check out Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl. Coming out. When's it coming out? When's it's supposed to come out? Soon, I guess.
Did they give a release date?
Yeah, fall 2021. Oh, it's coming up, baby.
Nice.
I saw this on Twitter. People complained, like one person complained on Twitter how bad the cover art looks. And it's just literally silhouettes of the characters. And this guy didn't realize that this is obviously like a placeholder before they reveal all the characters. I see the Cowardly Dog. What was the name of the Cowardly Dog? What was
Courage?
Courage, but that was Cartoon Network, so he wasn't on that. He's not in there.
What about the Ed boys from Ed, Ed, and Eddie? They could be like the Ice Climbers.
Are you guys morons? This is on Cartoon Network.
I don't know. I've literally never had any of these channels growing up, Eric. Sorry.
Okay. Well, I'm excited for them to announce that I get to play as Lillian Marie Jillian DeVille, otherwise known as Lil from Rugrats. I want to play as Lil.
Can they make Phil and Lil?
Phil and Lil could be
the Ice Climbers then?
The Ice Climbers, yes, of course.
I'm seeing Korra. I think that's a silhouette of Korra from Avatar.
Y'all think that Avatar is going to be the Fire Emblem equivalent, where we just get constant Avatar characters, except it'll be the opposite because people love Avatar?
Could be.
Yeah.
So where people like actually want all these characters?
I just want them to keep adding Rugrats characters. I want to play their all grown up counterparts. You know, I do want Drake and Josh DLC. I want to play as Hot Josh and also Fat Josh.
Fat Josh was a child, and I think the one you described as Hot Josh was also underage. So enjoy your cell with Kyle Macy and Drake Bell.
I'm talking about current Josh.
Yeah, adult Josh.
Adult Josh. It's like you can play in Dragon Ball games. You can play Kid Gohan, Teen Gohan, Adult Gohan. I want to play Fat Josh, Hot Josh.
It's like Samus and Zero Suit Samus.
Yes,
precisely.
Fat Samus and Hot Samus. Yes, exactly.
Jesus. So moving on, I do have to ask a genuine fighting game question of the two of you. How do you think Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl, how do you think it's going to hold up to the #1 fighting game on the market, Shrek Super Slam?
Oh, well. How many characters does Shrek Super Slam have?
Let me count them up because I have the 2019 tier list right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm not kidding. There's a tier list for this 2005 licensed Shrek fighting game. There's a 2019 tier list. Fun fact, Little Red Riding Hood is banned.
Oh, she's banned.
The current S+ tier character is Gingerbread Man. But let me see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm
5,
seeing
6,
it. It's real, guys. This is real.
13,
Jordan's not making this up.
90. There's 20 characters. Fun fact: the man of the hour, Shrek, he is comfortably in the B tier.
Makes sense.
And apparently, the worst character in the game is Puss in Boots.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. How about that?
Yeah. So, how do you guys think that this'll hold up? You think 14 years later, Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl is also going to be having an updated tier list?
Probably.
Wow.
Yeah, I think they're going to constantly update it. Probably nerf Squidward because of his ridiculous hitbox. I mean, have you seen that? That doesn't make sense.
Y'all, Doug Dimmadome is going to just Dimma-own the entire roster.
I'm so excited for all of these puns. Yeah, Nickelodeon knows what they're doing. Well, boys, I think that in terms of tier lists, this episode is definitely above average.
No, it's fucking not.
in terms of Tempcast episodes, we've had better, we've had worse. This is on the higher middle end.
If you just listened all the way to here, you probably wasted your time. Sorry, we didn't talk about anything new other than the Joy-Con drift thing.
Yeah, that's true. That is an exclusive to the Tempcast. That is not on GBA Temp's homepage right now.
We spent this whole time fanboying about a concept that probably will not live up to expectations. But you know what? I'm still excited for Nickelodeon All-Stars.
Oh, I thought you were talking
Same.
about the Steam Deck.
No, dude, 2 Nintendo killers in 1 week. This is why even try anymore if you're Nintendo?
Yeah, I know. I mean, Genshin Impact already blew Breath of the Wild 2 out of the water. So, I mean, there's not really any reason to have a Nintendo Switch anymore.
Yeah, Doug Bowser started shooting up heroin, I heard, after these news.
It'll be interesting. So, you said that Nickelodeon All-Stars is going to be available on each console, right?
It's not going to be on PC, apparently.
It's not. I was just going to ask, is it going to be on PC so I can put it on the Switch Pro? I mean, the Steam Deck.
No, it looks like it's not. I mean,
We should start a
I assumed
change.org
it would, but
petition. And
I plan to.
we'll be the first 3 to sign.
You could probably emulate the Switch version of it, though, on the Steam Deck. So, there you go.
yeah, you probably can. And you know what else you can do? You can stop listening to this podcast. Good night.
Oh, yeah.
Bye.
Ooh, thank you, NordVPN, for sponsoring this
They
episode.
are not
Or
sponsoring anything.
VPN for
Goodbye.
sponsoring this episode.
Wow.
Thank you, Raid Shadow Legends, for sponsoring this episode. Thank you to Raycon for sponsoring this episode. Thank you, Remember to get
We've been recording almost an hour. I hope that no one in the comments complains about the episode length.
Bruh.
Bruh.